Here we go again, guys. Donald Trump has humiliated Sadiq Khan yet again. In the space of like a week now, I think he just came out and hit out with him like three times. I think in the space of a month, he just went in for him like 3 or 4 times. And it's actually hilarious. But this time it's massive. Because everybody who is everybody in the stage was at the UN speech today, at the UN gathering, and Donald Trump uses his speech to talk about important things, by the way, talking about Europe needing to stop mass illegal immigration or stop illegal immigration in general, but uses his moment as well to call out the London mayor, Sadiq Khan, and humiliate him in front of all the rest of the global leaders. You just can't love this man enough. I really, really do love Donald Trump. Guys, let's get into some of the footage. As always, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and get involved in the live chat. We'll take your reaction momentarily. But I've got quite a few clips to go through, but let's get into the bit that you're all waiting for. Donald Trump, of course, calling out Sadiq Khan and saying that London is heading towards Sharia law.
Of open borders, you have to end it now. See, I can tell you, I'm really good at this stuff. Your countries are going to hell. In America, we've taken bold action to swiftly shut down uncontrolled migration. Once we started detaining and deporting everyone who crossed the border and removing illegal aliens from the United States, they simply stopped coming. They're not coming anymore. We're getting a lot of credit, but they're not coming anymore. This was a humanitarian act for all involved, because on the trips up, thousands of people a week were dying. And I have to say, I look at London, where you have a terrible mayor, terrible mayor, and it's been so changed. Now they want to go to Sharia law, but you're in a different country. You can't do that. Both the immigration and their suicidal energy ideas will be the death of Western Europe if something is not done immediately. This cannot be sustained. What makes the world so beautiful is that each country is unique. But to stay this way, every sovereign nation must have the right to control their own borders. You have the right to control your borders, as we do now, and to limit the sheer numbers of migrants entering their countries and paid for by the people of that nation that were there and that built that particular nation at the time. They put their blood, sweat, tears, money into that country, and now they're being ruined. Proud nations must be allowed to protect their communities and prevent their societies from being overwhelmed by people they have never seen before, with different customs, religions, with different everything. Where migrants have violated laws, lodged false asylum claims, or claimed refugee status for illegitimate reasons, they should, in many cases, be immediately sent home. And while we will always have a big heart for places and people that are struggling and truly compassionate, answers will be given. We have to solve the problem, and we have to solve it in their countries, not create new problems in our countries. And we are very helpful to a lot of countries that are just not able to send their people anymore. They used to send them to us in caravans of 25,000, 30,000 people each. These massive caravans of people pouring into our country, totally unchecked and unvetted. But not anymore. According to the Council of Europe, in 2024, almost 50% of inmates in German prisons were foreign nationals or migrants. In Austria, the number was 53% of the people in prisons were from places that weren't from where they are now. In Greece, the number...
He speaks so much truth. This is very, very true. It's what's happening across the United Kingdom. And I love how Sadiq Khan keeps catching strays from the president. But he didn't stop there, guys. He also clowned the United Nations as well. Let's get into some other video clips from, of course, his speech.
Change would cause a global catastrophe. He said that, but we're not letting this happen in America. In 1982, the executive director of the United Nations Environmental Program predicted that by the year 2000, climate change would cause a global catastrophe. He said that it will be irreversible, as any nuclear holocaust would be. This is what they said at the United Nations. What happened? Here we are. Another UN official stated in 1989 that within a decade, entire nations could be wiped off the map by global warming. Not happening. You know, it used to be global cooling. If you look back years ago in the 1920s and the 1930s, they said, global cooling will kill the world. We have to do something. Then they said global warming will kill the world. But then it started getting cooler. So now they could just call it climate change, because that way they can't miss. It's climate change. Because if it goes higher or lower, whatever the hell happens, there's climate change. It's the greatest con job ever perpetrated on the world. The entire globalist concept of asking successful industrialized nations to inflict pain on themselves and radically disrupt their entire societies must be rejected completely and totally, and it must be immediate. That's why in America I withdrew from the fake Paris Climate Accord, where, by the way, America was paying so much more than every country. Others weren't paying. China didn't have to pay until 2030. Russia was given an old standard that was easy to meet, a 1990 standard. But for the United States, we're supposed to pay like $1 trillion. And I said, this is another scam. The fact is, the United States has been taken advantage of by the world for many, many years, but not any longer, as you probably noticed. I unleashed massive energy production and signed historic executive orders to hunt for oil, but we don't have to do much hunting because we have the most oil of any nation anywhere, oil and gas in the world. And if you add coal, we have the most of any nation in the world. Clean, I call it clean, beautiful coal. You can do things today with coal that you couldn't have done 10 years ago, 15 years. So I have a little standing order in the White House. Never use the word coal, only use the words clean, beautiful coal. Sounds much better, doesn't it? But we stand ready to provide any country with abundant, affordable energy supplies if you need them, when most of you do. We're proudly exporting energy all over the world. We're now the largest exporter.
Now, following what he said, he did get a huge round of applause.
Really a beautiful vision. Let us all work together to build a bright, beautiful planet, a planet that we all share, a planet of peace and a world that is richer, better, and more beautiful than ever before. That can happen. It will happen. It will happen, and I hope it can happen and start right now, right at this moment. We'll turn it around. We're going to make our countries better, safer, more beautiful. We're going to take care of our people. Thank you very much. It's been an honor. God bless the nations of the world. Thank you very much. Bye.
On behalf of the Assembly, I wish to thank the President of the United States.
Absolutely brilliant. And to be fair on all of the talking points, but certainly I love when he speaks about illegal immigration, because this is the huge threat that we're facing, our society, our country, imminently. Europe, yes, but my main concern as a political commentator is for the UK. And Donald Trump just keeps on calling it out, and of course just keeps on obliterating Sadiq Khan, which is absolutely glorious to see. I love how he just has an agenda with him. He just keeps pummeling and pummeling and pummeling him into the ground. And now doing it on the biggest stage, the global stage, using his UN speech to give him a bit of a soundbite. I absolutely love it. You can tell that he's in meltdown, Sadiq Khan, I bet. Oh, he's racist, you don't like me. But it's glorious. It's absolutely glorious that the leader of the free world just keeps on calling him out, just keeps on going after him time and time again. It's beautiful, and credit to Donald Trump. I love what he's all about, and yeah, it's fantastic. The second time in the space of 3 or 4 days. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But yeah, I love it. I really do. I do love Donald Trump. Let's see what people are saying in the live chat, guys. What do you make of Donald Trump in actually using his speech for good? He's calling out the problems that Europe need to address, but it's Europe that doesn't really assess those or doesn't address those issues. We're just waiting eagerly for this left-wing government to go out of power. It's almost like the people were unanimous with Donald Trump, but actually the people that are in charge of our nations, especially the United Kingdom, don't want to try and stop it anyway. But that's the difference. Once you get a good leader, you can get someone to make change. Just look at Donald Trump, look at the United States. If we get a good leader, then it can happen pretty quickly, and he's making sure, and he keeps on calling it out. Great. Carnage, says user 123. He's amazing. He's amazing. Just John Smith says, historic and an epic, a true leader. Trump is a legend. Well done. Well said, Donald Trump. You were very good at this stuff. He is. If only we had Trump as our president. I mean, that would be a massive dream come true, wouldn't it? It really would. It was brilliant to watch. I love it. Big up Trump. Yeah, no, big up Trump. No, it's glorious. It's glorious, but nothing's going to come out of it in terms of our side just now, because we're waiting to get rid of Labour. Maybe if something changes politically, then we'll be able to make these clear and easy decisions that Donald Trump talks about. We, the people, know it. That's the frustrating part, but it's just our leaders don't take any notice whatsoever, especially here in the UK, which is so frustrating that we've got to wait for 4 years with the erosion of our culture and the erosion of our country until we can get someone in that can actually change things up. You're not talking about Ed Davey, are you? No way. Mitch says, Trump supporting Erica Kirk was beautiful to see. Yes, I know. His speech was absolutely fantastic as well. Watched a bit of the memorial. And Donald Trump is just a great person. He really, really is. And the more he keeps on calling out Sadiq Khan, the more the UK people love him, but it just gives him bonus credit in the bank that he just keeps on literally calling out the worst political leader within our country. Everybody knows it's Sadiq Khan. Starmer's an arsehole, but Sadiq Khan's the worst. Sadiq Khan is the worst, and he just keeps on calling it out, which is fantastic. But guys, that's it for now for this live stream. Sorry for the constant streams, just things just keep on happening. But guys, if there's anything more that comes out, be sure we will cover it here on the channel. Hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you all